All right, Coach, we'll have you give an opening statement, then we'll take questions for both the players, and then we'll dismiss them and leave Coach.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Obviously, a heck of a game against a really, really good team. It's about what I thought watching film on them. They were are extremely physical. Guard play is really good, specifically with low point guard. We were not a great start for us offensively, obviously, but the resilience these guys showed, being down 14 and not being able to get any momentum going offensively, leaned into their defense even more, and I think we were able to keep them under one in the first half while we were still trying to find ourselves offensively. And second half, we were able to get some things going, and obviously these two guys here led the way with us. But really good team win that we had to rely on different guys at different times. It'll mix and match different things on the bench and shifting positions around a little bit to create an advantage. And these guys did a really good job of getting to the free throw line with some big offensive rebounds and key times by Crowell and by JT here. So it's obviously a really good win against a really good team. And I'll let you guys ask questions of these guys before we get them out of here.
John, Tanji, what did you kind of just feel like, Pittsburgh couldn't guard you and, you could get to the rim whenever you wanted?
I was trying to be aggressive from the start. I didn't shoot the ball well early, but I just kept with it. My coaches and teammates believed in me, and I just stayed with it and tried to get the win, do everything I can in my power to get the win. I'm just, glad we came out the dub.
John Tanji, what did you see differently in the second half that allowed you to attack a little bit more? It seemed like you were more aggressive. I know that's a point of emphasis for you, but did you see something in halftime or something that made you kind of go a little bit harder towards the rim?
Yeah, for sure. I think the primary defender on me had about, I want to say 3 fouls. So I was just trying to be aggressive, keep them at bay. And, a couple of the guys that were switching out on me had a couple fouls as well. So I was just, and I knew on the scouting report, they're not necessarily as deep of a team. So we knew we had to take advantage of guys in foul trouble. So that's kind of what I was looking for.
Could you tell things were a little bit differently when their guard Dunn went out early? Could you tell anything differently with how they kind of maybe wore down a little bit in the second half because of that depth that you're talking about?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he was a big part of their team. I know he got foul trouble last game as well, but yeah, he's part of their team. So when he went out, that just lessened their roster. So that played to our advantage.
John Blackwell, you guys scored 54 points in the second half, 18 to 30. You got the foul line 22 times after halftime. What just changed for you guys offensively to kind of break up the rhythm that they had going there on that end?
I just think we kept at it. We kept getting to the rim, stayed aggressive. Obviously, our shots were falling in the first half, but we didn't quit. We told ourselves at halftime, just keep going. Like, the shots are going to fall. We trusted each other. Got the ball in the playmaker's hands. JT did his thing by getting to the rim and do what he do best.
You guys take the lead. There was 11 minutes left there in the second half, and kind of went back and forth after that. What did it take to get over the hump and kind of pad that lead?
I just think our coaching staff prepares for stuff like that, and then we have a good group of vets that control the pace and know how to finish out the game.
For John, Tanji, you've only been here a couple of months, but so after the game, you kind of had some moments with the fans. Your teammates mobbed you. What has this place meant to you? How the teammates maybe kind of open their arms to you, even though you kind of just got here?
Yeah, it means everything to me. I think I want this to be, the place I come back to and visit after I'm done playing college. I want this to be my home after. So, I only have a limited amount of time, but I just want my teammates to know, that I'm here to, build lifelong relationships. And I think they've embraced me, and the city's embraced me, and I'm just doing everything I can to compete for the, name on the front of the jersey. And it's been amazing so far.
John Blackwell, the work that you guys have done against two teams with really good guard play, kind of taking these guys out of rhythm, UCF and now tonight, what does that say about the guards play defensively over this tournament? How you guys were able to get guys out of rhythm consistently?
I think we just give all credit to our coaches. I mean, they prepare us well for good guards like that. They prepare us well to know what their tendencies are and know what they like to do. And then we we just trust each other. We trust our bigs. They got our back. If those guards get past us, they do good wall ups, and I mean we just trust our technique. So, yeah.
How'd you frustrate Ishmael tonight? How'd you frustrate Ishmael tonight, number 5?
I mean, he's a good guard. And he's gonna go, so I just tried to match his energy. And I know he picked up some quick fouls and he sat, so that's all I can do is just try to match his energy because he was a great player.
And then for John Blackwell, I know you guys may not draw up a ton for a guy like Kamari McGee offensively, but you hit another couple big shots tonight. Just how comfortable are you guys, in a shot clock, if he's the guy that ends up having to take, potentially game-changing field goal there?
I think we're comfortable with everybody, but Kamari McGee, I mean, he has the heart of a lion. And he knows he's gonna make that shot. We trust he's gonna make that shot. We love him. He's our spark plug off the bench, and he brings the energy. He lets us go. Obviously, you saw today and saw against UCF. He's our spark plug. So yeah.
For both of you, the celebration at the end. Obviously, winning any kind of championship is fun. You had a good contingent of fans with you. What was that moment like?
It was special. We wanted to come out here and get the win, and then we also had the greatest crowd at all 4 teams here as well. So we just want to give a moment for them to just kind of bask in the glory a little bit and have some fun and build some memories with our fans and brothers.
Yeah, like JT said, it was an amazing feeling. It's my second time having a tournament like this. The second time, the Badger fans have all been here. We've had the home advantage, so I mean, I just love it, and I'm ready for more. Ready to get back to the Gold Standard.
Who gets to wear the belt on the way back home?
JT.
Whoever likes to. I think we'll pass it around probably.
Yeah.
Get some pictures.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, Coach Sack. Questions for Coach Gard?
Coach, obviously senior team with double-digit bowls a couple times already this year. I mean, was it pretty much the kind of response you expected, even though it was against a better team this time?
Well, I don't know if I expected. I think it's what you analyze each possession, and as I kept asking my video coordinator, AJ Van Handel, who has the possessions of us offensively, and how many possessions we had at the time, we had them under 1. So it was a matter of there were some defensive things, but I felt offensively we had to do a better job of shot selection. We took some quick ones at times. We took some long twos, which we've done a pretty good job for most of the year of avoiding. That's credit to Pitt with how they were going to try to guard us early, and then we go 0 for 10 from 3 for the first half. So analytically, at halftime, from what the information he gave me, he said analytically everything's what we want. We just got to get a couple threes to go in. But you lean into your defense when your offense isn't clicking like it has been, and then eventually we got to the point where maybe it's not an abundance of threes, but we were able to get to the free throw line and shoot a lot of free throws and some adjustments. But the resilience of this group, the toughness of this group, the guts within this group with Klesmet and McGee and Gilmore, those are the fighters that really help in those situations to talk on the bench. They help. That's the core, I think, so to speak, of our program. And when you're in these rocky moments like that, you lean into that, and those guys did a good job of helping the other guys pull through it. And then we were able to get clicking a little bit offensively and make a run there.
Greg, how did your group grow defensively this weekend?
Yeah, I think we fouled less tonight, which was a good thing. I think we've gotten better. We have different combinations we can put out there. Even our bigs are a little different in terms of how we can change how we guard ball screens and what we're doing, whether we're shocking everything or hedging everything, or if we're in a complete drop, or if we're in a situation where we can switch everything. And I think McGee and Blackwell, I don't know if Janicki had low at all, but we did a decent job of making it look tough, and he goes 6 for 17. And we just had to make sure, we didn't want to let him get, specifically his ability to pass the ball. We felt, if we could guard ball screens as much as possible, 2-on-2, and not have to send quite as much help, but we knew we were going to have to plug the paint, you know, and try to force him into some mid-range stuff. And then, you know, I didn't think we were good at it early. He got loose on us. He snaked us off and pitched us off. Got a couple lobs to Corin. But I thought we got better. We got better with the backside of bumping the roller and plugging the lane, and then we forced him into some tougher shots.
Kind of piggybacking on what I asked John, but I mean, you know as well as anybody, if you bring the wrong transfer into a program, it can derail the season. I'm sure part of why it's worked out with him is kind of the culture and the guys you've already had, but maybe what's he just meant to this team off the floor, and you know, from what you see, you know, behind the scenes, how this group is just kind of, like I said, wrapped their arms around it.
It's like he's been here 4 years. I mean, he's fit in perfectly within the culture because he's a really good person, and he cares about his team. He cares about winning, and I tell him all the time. I mean, not him, but as I address the team, you know, as long as you keep those things as your primary focus about the team and winning, the individual accolades will come. But if you try to flip it the other way and try to go chase the individual things, and that's why we are very selective in the portal. We're selective in high school recruiting. I think you have to be selective because you want to make sure you have people in your program that are about, have the right mindset, have the mindset of helping their teammates. And obviously you have to have talented players, but you have to have talented players who are willing to immerse themselves within the fabric of the team. And John's done that, you know, terrifically. And he's taken coaching. You know, he doesn't have all the answers. He asks great questions. I get after his butt, and you know, I sat him down the first half when he got back cut, and then he went the other end, took a bad shot, and then traveled. And I was like, hey, you know, let's get back to being us. What makes us good? And you know, he settled down a little bit more there in the first half, and then obviously the second half played really, really well. But you know, you don't do that. You don't rebound from not a great start and me pulling him out if your mind's on the wrong things. So his mind is on the right things, and he's able to refocus and go back in and try to help our team, which he did a really good job of.
Did you like how you guys rebounded tonight, especially in the second half?
Yeah, I think, you know, we got some big offensive rebounds. John got one or two. Crowell got some big ones. That was important as we were trading baskets. Yeah, I thought we did a decent job. Where they ended up with 5.
9 in the second half.
Yeah, but them, their offensive end, we kept them off the glass for the most part. Yeah, but we had 9 offensive rebounds in the second half, and those were big to extend possessions.
You got after Janicki a little bit on that 3-on-1. He looks like he learned a little bit early. The second half, he passed him 3, then got the ball to John. Is that just good, you know, maturation of him? Have a moment.
I think he got a little excited in the moment. You know, we're making a run, and he makes a great defensive play to knock the ball loose on the other end, and we just got a little excited in transition. Must have missed John Blackwell wide open at the rim. You know, you take those when you're on a heater. He had just gotten the game. But the second half, yeah, he made the play right in front of me. He actually hit Nolan, I believe, or coming in transition, kind of probed, and Nolan ended up running free late in the transition part of it. So yeah, it's a young player that, you know, he's excited, and you know, he knows now. I mean, if it's 3-on-1 and we're, you know, let's make a better decision.
I know Steve's probably not getting the numbers he would personally like this season, but do you think maybe a subtle part of that comeback was, you know, him getting cornered in foul trouble, forcing Diaz to guard him, and kind of changing the way they had guard?
Absolutely, yeah. Once we got rolling in the second half, we went to him quite a bit. And I liked his physicality on Corn. You know, that was one thing I felt Steve's advantage was on Corn on both ends of the floor, was he could be as physical. Nolan's obviously a really good player, but a little lighter than Steve. So to be able to keep a big body on Corn, and you know, and then obviously when we got him in some foul trouble, you know, we were able to go at the rim a little bit more with everybody else.
Coach, the overall experience of this tournament, 2 good games here, a good test at home against UT RGV, just kind of sum up the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, anything that Intersport runs, and obviously Mark Starziak driving the ship is always a first-class event. And we were in the one in Fort Myers last year, and not because we won that one, but it was again a first-class event. You know, you're going to have quality competition. You know, you're going to be treated right. You know, so you You know, and they did our event at AmFam Field. You know, the people here at Greenbrier have done an amazing job. This is an awesome place for those out there that haven't ever been here. It should be on your bucket list to come see. It's very unique and obviously a lot of history here, but yeah, I mean, you have these type of experiences really due to the venue that you're at, the place you're at, not just the court, but the you know, resort that you're at, and then obviously the event organizer really kicks it over the top, and Mark and his team have done a phenomenal job in everything we've been in.